Hello everybody and welcome to New Beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus. Thank you so much for being here. It's really appreciated. And we're going to start straight away today, and we've got a lot of themes to get through. So here's what's going to be our first theme of the day. So whose awesome badge channel will we show today? Well, today we're going to have Danny Day's Homestead, which is not now called that. It's now Danny Days Ahead. So do go and check out that channel. And if you want your channel featured, then do send me a sticker of your channel and I make them into awesome badges. So that's the first section today. I hope you enjoyed that. Now let's see what we're going to go on to for our next theme of the day. Do let me know what themes and topics you like to see. And if you've got ideas for other sections, then of course I will do them. So moving on to our next topic theme for the day. And so today we're talking about sorrel. Sorrel. How many of you grow sorrel? Let me know in the comments below. And it says here, sorrel is a perennial herb which grows to about 1 metre, which is 3 feet tall, with wide arrow-shaped leaves, very much like docks, to which it is related, and with tall stems clustered with little red flowers in the summer. A native plant in England, it grows wild in many parts of the world. There are several varieties and it is somewhat muddled of the nomenclature. Cultivation. It grows in originally soil, but it does appreciate moisture. Sow seed in spring or divide plants in autumn. Place plants well apart, about 45 centimetres, 18 inches, in order to provide every opportunity for them to make strong and succulent growth. Remove the flower stems as they appear. Gather the leaves frequently to prevent the plant becoming unproductive. Uses. Sorrel leaves can be used in salads and cooked like spinach. Leaves also make a seasoning for vegetables and stews. Sorrel soup is a favourite dish in some areas of France. Meat is said to become tender if wrapped in leaves of some of the stronger varieties. So there's a really great tip there for you. So moving straight on, and we'll go on to our next topic of the day. We've just had a holiday here in Cyprus on the 4th, on the 1st of October. I'm looking at my calendar, got confused. On the 1st of October is Cyprus Independence Day. And I did do a video on it, but I've lost so much of my footage without downloading it all again, I haven't got it. So I actually played my video back this morning and basically wrote down my own narration. So if you want to see pictures with the narration, then do check out my playlist and look for the playlist about holidays and traditions and customs of Cyprus. And there you will see my exact narration. So I'm going to read you it, but it's my own. It's my own narration I've written down again. So the 1st of October is Cyprus Independence Day. Cyprus was a colony of Great Britain from 1878 to 1960. For several centuries, Cyprus has been ruled by the Ottoman, Byzantine, Greek, Egyptian, Persian, Azan, and Venetian empires. The island became independent from the British colonists after the EOKA struggles, whose aims were unification with Greece through the armed struggle in 1955 to 1959. The campaign against the British lasted 4 years before the agreement for the establishment of the Republic of Cyprus. A ceasefire was reached in August 1960 when Cyprus became independent after the Zurich and London Agreement between the UK, Greece and Turkey. Cyprus became independent from the British with the ROC, Republic of Cyprus, coming into being on August 19th, 1960. And on the 20th of September, Cyprus joined the United Nations and the British Commonwealth. Archbishop Macarius III, the leader of the island's Greek community, became the very first president of Cyprus. The anniversary has been celebrated since 1960. It is a public holiday, a bank holiday, always celebrated on the 1st of October, no matter what day of the week that is. In Lefkosia, the capital of Cyprus, there's a parade which includes police and fire services parading. So there's a little brief history of Cyprus Independence Day. So let's move on to our next section of today. And it's one of your most favourite sections. So this is from my book of funny speeches at events and get-togethers. So this is from my book of speeches, Little Funny Antidotes. And it says, one winter's evening in 1941, I was one of 24 airmen due to go on guard duty at an RAF station. The normal drill was as follows. Each man on the list had to go to the armoury at 1800 hours, collect a rifle and ammunition and parade for instructions, and then spend the night walking around the camp looking for enemy parachutists, a wearisome and unpopular duty. On this particular evening, I got to know that there were, at the moment, only 12 rifles in the armoury. I quickly advised my friends, hang back till the available rifles had been collected. We could never be made to go on guard duty without rifles, could we? So we waited till 12 innocents had collected their arms, and then we feigned surprise when we were told there were no more, but still had to parade. The 12 with rifles stood at one side and the 12 without at the other. The flight sergeant who came to take the parade was an old stager, experienced in guard duty procedure, but new to this particular station and its arrangements. He roared out, "Old and new guards, attention!" And we all jumped to attention, a bit puzzled. The awful truth began to dawn on us when we next came the bellow. "Old guard, prepare to hand over arms to the new guard." No one dared to say a word. The transfer of arms duly took place, and the old guard barely concealing their glee. We knew what was coming next, and it came. "Old guard, dismiss." The background music for our subsequent instructions was the distant sound of uncontrolled laughter. How can one's fellow men be so unkind? I thought that was rather funny. So don't forget, if you're interested in doing StreamYard and you want to pay for content, then do use my discount code under this video. And then you will get $25. When you spend $25, you will get $10 credit, but only if you've clicked on my discount code before spending money. So click the discount code and you'll get $10 credit when spending $25 on StreamYard. So it's definitely something for you if you want to go for the paid content. Hey, it's my awesome friend. How are you doing? It's Light and Love 73 is in the house. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. And for that, you know what I'm going to do, guys. Every time someone's in the house, we have to give a shout out to go and watch their channel. Do go and check out Light and Love 73. She's absolutely awesome. She went on a really fun walk today and I tried to get her into trouble looking down these shoe animal holes. So we're hoping for the next walk that she's going to take at least a stick and a torch and go poking in these holes and find out what's there. I'm just grabbing what we're doing for our next section today. So this is our next topic. And I'm still reading the shortened versions of Aesop's Fables. And I'm just trying to look because my bookmark has come out and I don't know where we were up to. I think we're up to here. So this one is called The Mouse and the Lion. A sleeping lion was wakened up by a mouse running over him. Catching the mouse with one paw, the lion was just about to snack on her when the mouse begged, "Please don't eat me. I'm not even a morsel for a big lion like you. If you spare my life, I promise that someday, in some way, I will repay you." Just doing a different English accent for some of you who love my accent. The lion thought about it and, admiring the mouse's courage, said, "You're right. You aren't even a mouthful. You're barely worth me opening my mouth, so I'll let you go. But I don't see what a tiny thing like you could ever do to repay me. So you'll forgive me if I don't hold my breath." The lion let the mouse go nevertheless. A few days later, the lion was caught in a huntsman's net and couldn't get out, no matter how hard he struggled. The mouse saw that the lion was trapped, and without a word, she chewed through first one section of the rope and then another and another. Very soon the lion was free. "Thank you, friend mouse. I thought I was done for," said the lion. "I told you I'll be able to repay you one day," said the mouse. "Aren't you glad now that you spared my life?" And the moral of that is, don't mock those smaller and more helpless than you. One day you may need their help. Kindness brings reward. So great moral there. I love Aesop's Fables. Light and Love 73 says, "Good morning again, liked and shared." Thank you so much, my friend. And she says, "Thank you. That's amazing. When I can afford StreamYard, I'll be using your code. Love supporting fellow content creators and friends." Thank you so much. How cute. Was that the story or my accents? And I wonder how many people can actually tell which part of England I'm from. Okay, let's move swiftly along and go on to our next theme of the day. So we have some handy tips and hacks today, and I have 4 for you today, starting with a few glass marbles slotted into the bottom hem of unlined curtains will make curtains hang better. This is also a tip if you have like screens to stop flies coming in the house. You can just put that and that stops them blowing everywhere. Tip 2, wash plastic curtain hooks and fitments in warm detergent suds, but place brass hooks or rings in a 1-to-1 solution of vinegar and warm water for 10 minutes. And over both my channels this week, I have given you hacks. One channel is cleaning copper, and the other channel is to get those white heat stains or watermarks from wood. Always be cautious when using things. I keep saying on the wood video that it depends on what type of wood you have and to know how it has been treated first. So do take caution when using any tips and hacks. Light and Love says your accent is beautiful. I love that little story. Oh, thank you so much. That's lovely. Okay, tip 3. An old glasses, as in these glasses, spectacles. An old spectacle case makes a useful container for a handy case for scissors, needles, pins, etc. when travelling. And the last tip for today, the sticky residue left behind when pulling off price labels can be easily removed with talcum powder. Sprinkle a little on the sticky area and then rub it away with a dry cloth. So there's another tip for you there. Okay, moving swiftly along and on to our next topic for today. And this is to promote my other channel. Some of you haven't found it yet, so we'll just put a little ticker tape up to show you my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, and particularly at a new playlist I have on that channel called Dawn's Diaries. So I'm Dawn, of course, so Dawn's Diary. And it's kind of like this live episode, lots of little topics, but in video form, and it's following things I've done in the week. So very short things. It goes Monday and a quick little thing of video, what I've done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on and so forth. So do go and check that out. And I will share with you now one episode from Dawn's Diary. Do check out the whole series.
Definitely. Seen the one that got away.
So I hope you enjoyed that. As I say, if you like that format, then that's on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, and it's got its own playlist called Dawn's Diaries. And I've been on the chat. Tell me, guys, if you can see StreamYard chat after it's been up, because unlike how I used to do my lives on YouTube, you had the option of leaving the chat up or removing the chat after a live. I think the StreamYard chats go afterwards, but if you know, then do let me know. So we're moving along to my last topic of today, which is, oh, I nearly showed you the circle. I used to always hold up the circle and tell you, but I've got the circles here so I know what intro to give. So my last topic of today is so what are we talking about today for inspiration and creation? Well, it's basically grow at least one thing. Even if you've got no outside, you can grow something inside. A tiny pot takes no room. And here is my big file, and this is my garden plans. It's not written out plans, it's drawn plans of my plot, and I'll show you it and then you'll understand how I plot what's going to grow where, and it's reusable. I've just messed around with my hugelkultur beds, which I'll have an update on soon, what I'm doing with those, why they're being changed, and that's coming soon in a video. And this is how I plan them out. This is a certificate holder. If you've ever got one of those, it's big. And then I'll show you what I do. I draw out for example, my hugelkultur beds. So this is my hugelkultur beds. This is half of my hugelkultur beds. Oh, look, there's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. And can you see I've put post-it stickers on, or bookmark places, or whatever you want to call them, little tabs. And then I peel those off each year, put them in a folder and reuse them. So I'm not writing on the actual diagram. So that's half the Hugels. And this is inspiration and creation. It might give you ideas how to plan your garden. And then here is some more of my Hugels. And you can see I've done the same thing. There's 10 more in this row of hugelkultur. So you can see this is what's already in there growing right now. So anything on there is actually active right now. But you can see there's some spaces on there. And then if I turn the page, this is some of my raised beds. So some of my raised beds. What's going on in raised beds, my beans, and I keep a list of all my different types of beans and which area in the raised bed they are. Rocket, you can see, cucumber, aubergines, melons, peppers, beetroot, and crazy zucchinis. So I draw all my garden out like that. I've obviously got other pages as well, but that's just to give you an idea of how I plan parts of my garden out. Let's just check out the comments. Wondered about the playlist. It must have been for a reason. Sure. Like Love 73 says, I like that a lot. When I'm finally able to garden, I'll be using that method for wins, losses and keeping notes. Yeah, I've got an old diary that I actually write in when I plant things. And then each year when I look at a new type of seed, for example, I say, oh, when did I plant that? What worked for me? Where did I plant it? Or what month did I plant it? Did it do all right? Or was that too early for me or too late for me? I could have tried earlier. I've got the whole year, last year, if you like, planned out, because I'm trying to grow everything all year long. This year, peppers is the thing I've really worked on this year. and I've had them growing all year since last year. So they've done a whole year already. So that's going really well. So yes, and if you want to know what else does Dawn grow, what else do you grow, Dawn? Well, let me see if I can find something to show you what else I grow. I have too many tabs down the side now. There it is. So this is what else I grow, just a few. So that's just a small amount of what I grow. Yeah, it's just a small amount. So I'm going to hopefully be here tomorrow on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, and that will be a pop-up. So look out for that. And I will be here on Wednesday back on this channel, the same time as today's. So the same time as today's is what time I do Wednesday on this channel. So I hope to see you there. I thank you all for your support, especially Light and Love 73 for being live on the chat. And we're going to finish, as always, with a quote of the day. And then we're going to finish with the outro. So thank you so much for being here. As I say, so much appreciated. And have a good day.